Hello guys and girls, if you watch this, which I doubt you do, but day 39 and a half, so I'm going to call it day 40, round it up to the big 40. And I can't believe it, I've hit day 40 again. This is only got to be like the third time or something like that I've hit the day 40. It ain't been too many times, but day 40, I feel like day 40 is when you guarantee to see some benefits if you haven't, or changes, or stuff like that. Day 40 just sort of feels like you've done a month and now you're into the second month, and it's just like, yes, rock and roll. I just wanted to talk about a few things I've like negative effects I felt and positive effects I felt during this period of semen retention. Because a lot of people always talk about all the good stuff and the benefits, and then everyone's like, "Yeah, fantastic! Oh, I'm gonna do it. Come on!" But like I just feel like there are some like negative effects as well. Like, don't mean to put you off on that, but always I've written a list, so I'm just gonna try and talk about it best as I can. You know, well, there's one thing I wrote here. Like, you sort of feel like you're more in the moment. You don't feel like you have that escape mechanism, that quick drug to run away to. Like you're having a shit day and you go home and then you do what you do and then you just get into a coma and go sleep. But now you don't have that escape, so you're sort of more aware. And I just feel like you're more self-conscious sometimes because your awareness is more higher, and you notice things more, and like things are just more vivid. Like you stand out more in public and things like that. And I'm a kind of person who likes to keep myself to myself and sort of you know blend in and disappear sort of thing. Whereas a lot of people, they want to be out there, like the main man notice and things like that. For me, I don't really enjoy that. So that's one thing that sort of I do not like about it. Like, I know it's not a bad thing, but for me personally, like, you're gonna stand out more. More people are gonna be looking at you, taking notice of you, and then even people around you, they're gonna like start treating you different in a way. Like, they're gonna be more drawn to you and things like this. And I like my own time a lot, doing my own thing and stuff like that. So for me, that's sort of like a downside to this. And I mean, it's not too bad, I guess. But that's one of the things that could potentially be viewed as a negative effect. Another thing I wrote, I didn't really write down many negatives, but there is just a few things that you think, oh, okay. There's another one. Sometimes I feel like easily irritated, annoyed easily, like short patience sort of thing. Like, I'm just ready to go. Like, I'm ready to do something. And if I'm waiting around and things like that, it's sort of like I want to go. I want to do it now. I'm not waiting around. And the smallest things could irritate me, which is, I don't know, like I could be out. I don't know if this is like you just feel like more testosterone, more aggression. I could be out. I could see like a group of guys walking towards me, and then they sort of like look at me and stuff, and I just feel like something's about to go down, like that sort of thing. You just sort of feel more like instead of like deflated and mellow sort of thing. You just sort of feel like more ready. Like that could be like where you haven't released in so long that you're feeling uptight and tensious and things like that. So that's one thing that it's kind of good in a way, but sometimes I feel like I'm being a bit of a bastard to people, which is not a good thing, and I view that as a bad, like a negative sort of effect. And I mean, there's probably some more sort of negative things, but I couldn't think of anything else. I mean, it could be like a mental battle as well, because you know you've got that, like one of the biggest addictions out the way, and everything is just dealt with through your mind, and you can't have that escape, and it's just one of them things. So now I'm just going to move on to the positive effects I've seen. Again, this is probably not everything, but you know, it's what I could have think of on the top of my head. So I wrote down here transitional month. Yeah, so I feel like the first month is sort of like a transitional month because, like, obviously before I got back on this streak, I was badly caught up in the whole PMO cycle, and this month is sort of like you're easing back into it. You're taking a day at a time. You're noticing this, you're noticing that, and then you get to the end of the month and you sort of feel like, you know, you've like achieved what you expected. And then you sort of like, I feel like the second month you're going into it, that's when you got to be tough and stick to it. And I feel like that month, I feel like the benefits and stuff like that become more visible to the people out there. Like, they will notice a change in you, I feel like, and stuff like that. Because I've got a video I put up a year or two ago. I think it's day 48. People say you look different, and I feel like that video blew up and it got like thousands of views. That's probably my highest viewed video and the most comments I've received on that video. So it's actually crazy. Like, that was day 48, so coming up to 2 months. And I just felt like when I got to that point last time, like, the changes were becoming visible and apparent, and people were picking up on that. And the fact that someone actually mentioned it was crazy. I thought, I've got to do a video about this because people are going to like to see this. And I don't know if other people have had similar experiences, but it was quite interesting, like on an experiment sort of thing, to see that happen. And a lot of people enjoyed that video. So on day 48, I'm going to be looking out for that again, see if anyone notices a major difference, and come make another video. But I don't know, that was a good moment doing the semen retention and sort of no fap, because it sort of like motivated me in a way. But then things sort of, I was like, okay, yeah. Then I just kept going, and it just sort of fell off, things like that. And then we're on 7 minutes. I got to speed this up a bit. All right, then body resilience. So yeah, your body feels more stronger, more resilient. Like, I could work out. I could work out now, and then tomorrow I'll just feel normal. I want to work out again. Whereas normally that wouldn't happen. Like, I would struggle to work out, then the next day I can't be bothered to work out. Then again, I have been eating well and exercising and things like that, so that's probably helped me as well. But being what, nearly 40 days into semen retention, you are going to feel them sort of higher energy levels and benefits like that. So your body sort of feels strong. You don't wake up every day feeling like something's wrong, or you just feel like a bit ill and rough and things like this. Like, before you wake up a day, oh, I don't feel like doing nothing, I don't want to leave my bed. And now you just sort of feel like your body's more up for what you want to do. Right then, horniness is back. Yeah, that's another thing. It's quite good actually, because for a long time it just sort of becomes normal. Like, you know, like a teenager, you're more horny and things could set you off and you'll have an erection and you just feel that energy. But that just disappears over time. And then now I feel as if though that is back, which is kind of cool, because I know when I have that feeling that my body is like, has that energy, that I could push forwards and use that in another way, what I tend to do. Whereas when you're empty and depleted of that energy, I just feel like you ain't got that reserve back up there. So it's good to have that back. Obviously, sometimes it leads to, you know, looking at things you shouldn't and maybe touching yourself. But I mean, semen retention wise, for me, I haven't released. You know, I've had 2 wet dreams that I've managed to stop before any release happened, which is good. And I mean, it could be better. Like, if I managed to fully stick to the whole no fap as well, like, I guess that would be more tricky and hard. But you know, it's not perfect. You know, I guess in time it will get to that stage, because it will just be like one more. Because it does get to a point where it's like sort of weird, like you're watching like I don't know, maybe porn or something like that, people making out, and you think this is actually weird. Why am I watching two people making out and then proceeding to touch myself? Like your whole mindset sort of changes. And I think, why are these people so like sexually aroused and things like that? And in my mind I'm thinking the main purpose of sex is to like produce babies and stuff. So my sort of mindset sort of changing, and it's becoming more clear. Whereas when I'm in the whole PMO cycle, my mindset is completely deranged, and that's saying no, it probably ain't right. Less sleep needed. That's a good one, because I try to get to bed early, because obviously I'm like eating well, working out. So when it gets to bedtime, I'm sort of a little bit hungry, so I'm trying to knock myself out and go to sleep. But I'm finding I'm just waking up in the morning quick time, like instead of being stuck in bed like, oh. Obviously some days I feel like I need to recuperate some more energy where I've been working out a lot and been busy. But I feel like you need a lot less sleep. So the next one I wrote down is more motivation. This one is actually quite good, because at the minute I sort of feel like I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to get out there and do this, because you don't have that quick reward where you just sit in there and you just knock one out and it's like bish bash bosh, done. No, you feel like doing something, achieving something. You just think, man, I've just wasted all this time, you know, doing nothing and being content with doing nothing and just getting by. And then now I actually feel like I can do a lot more things and get more things done. Like I feel alive and reborn again, sort of thing. So yeah, when I put down looking healthy, yeah, I sort of feel like, let's go on this camera. I sort of feel like I'm looking more healthier and not looking so rough and worn out and drained. And you know, I noticed the longer that I go on these semen retention like sort of streaks, well, judging by the previous time, just noticed my skin was so much better. Like I was taking care of myself more. You know, people saying, "Oh, you're looking younger" and things like that, like out of the blue. I think people notice these changes, but they can't really pinpoint what you've changed and what you're doing. Obviously, I see a group of people I haven't seen in a while, and they're like, "Wow, you've lost weight. Gee, you're looking skinny." And I was like, "Wow, that's kind of good," because I was hoping like my new workout and diet and things like that were helping me out. But obviously, you can see like minor changes, whereas the people who've not seen you, they can quickly pick up and see that things have changed. And I think I've lost like 4 kilos in 3 weeks or a month, something like that, which is good, to be honest, because getting in that whole PMO cycle, man, you end up eating crap. Like your appetite just blows up and you're eating loads of crap and you're dossing about, and it's just, I just feel like it's a cycle to becoming fat, unattractive and aging sort of thing. Like it's not cool. Like when you're my age, 30, you need to get on top of that crap. And so yeah, I'm loving it right now. So what are the other thing I put on? People notice change. Yeah, people sort of like, I feel like people I know sort of can see changes here and there. Obviously it's only day 40. I've got to wait to day 48 to see the major change, but nah, no. But I feel like in time, people gonna like slowly think, see the change obviously, because I'm gonna be losing weight, or if you're doing this and you're overweight, you're probably gonna be losing weight. You're gonna be looking healthy. You're gonna be looking more vibrant. So people are gonna pick up that you are looking well in yourself. So I mean, like all these benefits I've written down, a lot of people would love this stuff, really. And you people struggling to get on the streak of things like that, just know your mindset at the minute is, it's not the mindset you will acquire when you're doing this. So right now your mindset is still in the whole PMO, porn, sex, crazy addiction mindset. So for you it is tricky, and you feel so easy to relapse at this point. And just know that that's normal, you know, even for the first week or 2 weeks, because I'm thinking back to my first streak. The first week or two was a struggle. Like I had a wet dream, I was feeling aroused, and then the longer you just stick to it, the more it becomes normal doing what you're doing, and the more you feel okay with what you're doing. Because every time I get on a long streak and I go back to and I go and PMO, for example, I just think, well, this feels weird, that felt weird, and then I sort of feel like it's sort of, I don't really feel like doing it again. That's the thing. But then I end up doing it again because it's such a rush and things like that. And you think, well, I've just relapsed. I may as well just do it again. It's not going to get the better of me. And then you just keep building up on that. Because once it's like once you get to like zero again, you sort of feel like, well, I've screwed it up. I may as well do it again. Like the all or nothing mentality. But that's one thing I sort of regret, having a release and just keep pushing and doing it again and again, and then you get addicted to it and it just becomes hard to get out of it. So, you know, just stay strong, man. Take one day at a time, and just, even if you've been on a streak and you just relapse, just take a day at a time. Get to a day, 2 days, 3 days, you're still going to be better off than most people out there, because most people out there just like popping it off left, right, and center. So if you want that edge in life and over other individuals, and you want to like be good to yourself, you've got to like stick to this and take every day as it is, and be like that small percentage of person who can actually control their desires and be in control, even though it can be hard. But you know, if you get to a day or 2 days or 3 days, just feel like it's a leaderboard. You're moving up there into the top whatever, and then obviously if you get to a week or 2 weeks, you know, the people around you couldn't even achieve a feat like that. And then when you get to a month, you're probably up there in the high leaderboards. Like, I don't know how many people there is, but you know, you just keep going, and then good things will come. So 60 minutes has got to be my longest video, so I'm gonna have to leave it at that. So I hope this was informative and helpful, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye.